Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher's Noob. Today I have with me Dead Guy,
Hey guys, what's going on?
and we are continuing our coverage with the Crimson Empire saga. Part of the reason why that's called a saga, not just a trilogy, is that there are other tie-in books, particularly this one, Star Wars Bounty Hunters Kennex Kill, who actually is, spoiler alert, Kir Kanos in a alternate identity because, well, he still needs to make a living, but he can't let
Right.
anyone know who he is.
Everybody got to make a living somehow.
Yep, and this one is written solo by Randy Stradley, who is one of the
Okay.
other writers of the first mini.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Well, the first Crimson Empire mini?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was a
You
little
know,
worried.
that was Tom Beach that did Dark Empire. I'm
Okay, I
talking
was like,
about
"Oh
just
no."
no. But yeah, so we open up with there's Kanos. He's the most wanted man, and the galaxy's most wanted fugitive. And we get a summary of his history and everything. And of course, after killing Carnor Jax, it spurred the Empire enough to offer an even bigger bounty on his head.
Okay.
Like, hello, I'd like to get my ship serviced. Do you run the port? Oh hi, I didn't hear. Oh hi, didn't hear you land. Yeah, I'll take care of your ship. Is this yours? You've done something amazing and some amazing things with it. Looks fast, very fast, and tough. And he had basically explains how this kid adds stuff. Kind of gives me an Anakin vibe, doesn't it?
It's
Doesn't
a
he?
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
It must be great to just travel from system to system, go wherever you want in the galaxy. Someday I'm going to fly that X-wing out of this mud hole. And is that your ship? And is that your ship? Stars at night, a skip ray. She's a beauty, Mister. I'll tell you, if I had the credits for one of these babies, I wouldn't ever waste my time in a place like this. One has to go where the business is. Whatever you're selling, it must be. Oh, I get it. Uh, you're just another one of Banjar's hunters. I should have known. Oh, geez. He realized that by seeing the blaster, like
Oh.
you'll ship it be ready tomorrow. Aw, poor kid. I told him if he wanted it done today, that they're afraid. I meant them no harm. I meant no threatening. I made no threatening gestures. You're a stranger, and if you're a stranger, you're likely one of Boss Banger's boys, a bounty hunter. And if you're a bounty hunter, you're trouble. Banger lets his men get away with anything they please, as long as they bring in the credits. Most of them would just as soon kill you as look at you. That's why folks is afraid. But you got no fear in your eyes. But you're not one of them neither. I am but a simple trader. As you wish, stranger. But this planet is still under Imperial control, is it not? Why are these bounty hunters allowed to get away with murder? Because Boss Banger's connected. He's the brother son of Admiral Banger, who sits on the council. His uncle pulled some strings, gave him control of all the bounty hunters in his sector, and a free hand in how he operates. Uh, no matter what he does, the Imperials look the other way. Wait, it's hard to tell if that's a guy. I think that's a
What?
lady, but sometimes the artwork doesn't make it clear.
Yeah, I don't know. A little ambiguous.
No, it definitely is a lady. Cause look right there. It's just that some of the the angles.
And yeah, they just made her super ugly too, I guess. So
Yep.
there is
I,
that.
I need to make it secure. But explaining how, yeah. So one of the members of the council has relatives here, so that's his way of getting to it. I need to make a secure inter-system transmission. Do you have facilities? Sure, but it'll cost you Imperial credit. Right? I can get everything on your list, no problem. When do you want me there? What I have to do should only take a day or so. Say 2 days from now. I've never been to. What is it? Baramora? How will I find you? Look for a bounty hunter named Kennex Kill. Thanks for the use of your equipment. Here's another credit for your trouble. Thanks, sir, but that's not necessary. Don't worry about it. Freelance bounty hunting is a very lucrative business. Shall
Mm-hmm.
I wrap these in these things, sir? No, I'll put them on now and add this to the total. Very good, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope the armor serves you better than it did its previous owner. You, bounty hunter. My boss wants to have a word with you. I'm busy. Tell him he can drop by and see me after I finish with my current job. What? You're coming with me. No fighting. No fighting. Wham! That's far enough. Who are you and what are you doing here? My name is Kenix Kill. Why is my business of concern to you? Oh, now, how about answering my question? What brings you to Baramora? Who are you after? Sorry, I heard of you, and I heard you were a bounty hunter, Kill. If you plan to collect bounties in this sector, you'd have to get my permission first. You then said all that. Who are you after? If I tell you who my target is, how do I know you won't kill them and go after the bounty yourself? I make no guarantees. However, I'm always looking for new talent, and you handled yourself. Oh, he killed that guy!
Damn.
You handled yourself pretty good against John Arcoda here. Tell me what, and tell you what. You prove your worth to me, and I'll let you live. I might even allow you to go after your target. And how am I to prove my worth? Well, I can see by your long gun that you're a marksman. How about this? See the space force down there? There's a kid. Oh no!
Damn.
If I hit the cup, the laser blast will blow the kid's hand off. No, it's not a fair test. Too far, huh? No, too easy. How about this instead?
Damn.
So instead, he shot down and brought the water down instead.
Yep. Did a clever shot without actually hurting anybody.
All right, Kenneth Skill, time for you to talk. I have to admit, you impressed me this afternoon. I can't think of anybody else who could have made a shot like that. My pal Grappa the Hutt could use a guy like you. But first things first, who are you after here on Baramara? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. I'll need help anyway. And the reward is big enough to share. It really is a lot of money. And who is it? Kir Kanos. I know where he's hiding.
Damn.
Kanos? Here? Why would he come here? The planet's crawling with bounty hunters. What better place to hide than under your noses? Are you certain? I'd stake my life on it. You already have, which is why I'll say no more. I will agree to lead a capture party to his hiding place, but I will tell no man where that place is ahead of time. I won't give up my chance at the bounty of a lifetime. You're a smart man, Kill. So be it. You have a deal. You leave at first light. Good hunting, and remember, bring him back alive. The bounty is double if he's still breathing. We're here. We're where? There's nothing here. We followed you all day through in the worst country this planet has to offer, only to end up in this hole. Where's Kir Kanos? I'm here. Oh, trapped them!
Oh, shit.
You're surrounded, Kanos, and I can't miss it at this range. I guess then you'll be happy with half of the reward. Don't shoot him, fool! Use your blade! I wonder when they'll return. Kill wouldn't say how far they had to travel, but since they went on foot, it can't be too far. Imagine their surprise when they see what I have in store for them upon their return. Somebody's approaching. Open fire. By my conservative estimate, every shot equals another 10 million credits for me. I just hope my troopers don't kill Kanos and they're zealous to fulfill their assignment. But I'd hate to lose half. What?
Damn.
How could they not? Their only motive was money. Mine was pure. No, it can't be. All those men, how could they fail? Revenge. You and your family are traitors to the Imperium. Ah! The style traitors. Kenix Kill, I presume. I caught the anagram right away. My father taught me the battle language of the guard when I was a child. A breach in protocol for which I will forgive him. You have the things I requested? All of them. But what do you need with an R2 astromech droid? It's for my X-Wing. X-Wing? And what do you need an X-Wing for? Skywalker flew an X-Wing. As your father was fond of saying, know your enemy. What about your skip ray? I'm sure it'll be put to good use. Ha ha!
Cool.
So where to now? I have a few stops to make first, but there's a hut on Jinan with a need for bounty hunters. Seems a number of positions have suddenly become available. And Kenix Kill now has a variable reputation for success. So how's that for just a prelude?
That was a hell of a start. I will say that.
Yep. What do you think about the fact that we see him create that Kenix Kill persona?
I also thought that was actually really cool. Oh,
look what we have down there. Artwork was good, but not as good.
No, it looks like it's got kind of an early Liefeld feel to it.
Yep. Just give me a second.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it was just the Liefeld thing. I think it kind of resembles his early work, but again, I've always been with comics is if the artwork doesn't have to be that good if the story is really, really good. It just has to
Right.
get the job done.
I think I know what you were talking about. So yeah,
Mhm.
let's dive into the Crimson Empire 2, Council of Blood.
Mm. Blood Council.
So yeah, bringing in, but yeah, just like before, dun 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 dun, blah 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 blah,
Yeah, yeah. Stars then pan down to some planet in a starship. There we go.
and they're pirates. Evasive maneuver. Sound the alarm. They're shooting at us. Our shields are holding, but just barely. And more of them up ahead. What can we do, Captain? We have no weapons, and we can't outrun them. And our ship just appeared, a big one. So we open up with this random ship battle, but then what now, Captain? The cargo. They want the cargo. If we give it to them, they'll spare our lives. Shut down the engines. Tell the rest of the crew to assemble in the main landing gear and loading bay. We've shut down our engines. You may board. Smart move, Darcini. The most important thing to do is to remain calm. I've had my share in with pirates. Just remember, let me do the talking. So talk. Chink! Trant hates droids. Now, you know the drill. If you don't want to end up like your droid, you'll give us what you want. The ore is yours. Take it. I'm not talking about the ore. I'm talking about your other cargo. You know what I'm talking about. The stuff that's illegal for you to be carrying, even under a flag of truce. Oh dear. So basically, these are the men of that hut that was talked about in that one shot.
That's what I assumed. Yeah.
But now we're on the planet of the Interim Ruling Council, the people that Kanos are hunting down. Madame Desata and Desata. Thank you, Lord Manos. We are all painfully aware of the uncertainties and the dangers we face under the present situation. With each new victory won by the rebels, a piece of the Empire is lost, perhaps forever. With each loss, former allies, like the Mining Guild, use the opportunity to expand their own power at our expense. But it needn't be that way. We can rebuild the Empire and secure our own position today. All we need to do is make peace with the rebels. Peace with the rebels? Never! It's bad enough we have to allow aliens on the council. Remember, for the longest time, the Empire has been very xenophobic.
I think they still were, even all the new renditions.
Yep. Now, also, I showed the plan. I want to say about this mini. We actually get introduced to a character that's going to be a big part of Star Wars in the novels. Huge, a huge part of it. He actually, they ended up they set him up to be the vanguard of an incoming invasion, trying to weaken stuff for them to come. But what they ended up being the Valyard for ended up being way more dangerous. If you ever read the novels.
No, I didn't, but I've heard quite a bit about him. I've been meaning to. Actually,
I'll tell you I'll tell you who the guy is and what he represents when we get to that. But that's one thing about this. Introduced this character. Spearmaster Chick Noop says, "No need to translate, you metal toady. It's clear to all of us what Councilwoman Diasta is trying to do. It's a blessing her respective father's too ill to join us. Seeing this transparent ploy of hers might kill him. Isn't it clear she's trying to split the council and increase her own power? Councilman Niels, it's being ridiculous. I'm trying to preserve the Empire. Now who's being ridiculous? One cannot simultaneously save the Empire and give it away to the rebels. Carnor Jax plan has gotten us this far. To abandon it now would be foolhardy. Without Jack's plan, Palpatine would still be on the throne, and we would still be. But Carnor Jax is dead, and General Wessel too, if you'll pardon my saying so. Thank you for the restating the obvious, Zandal and Carvis. Yes, Carnor Jax is dead by his own folly, if you ask me. He should have let his stormtroopers handle that misguided patriot Kir Kanos. And I would remind the council that each and every one of us has profited from the sudden vacuum left by Jax and Wessel's untimely deaths, just as we did from Palpatine's. Now, if you will excuse me, I move we adjourn for the day. Good night, sir. And what's this? A message disc? Why couldn't they just leave it on the table like civilized people? I wonder who sent it. Don't recognize the crest. Self-destruct in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That
Damn.
was great.
Damn.
But yeah, this is Grappa the Hutt.
Grappa.
So, and he actually speaks English. You've returned from La Poseidon. Did you bring me carnot and snail? There were certain unforeseen circumstances, Grappa, but certainly the abduction of a loyal customs officer is not beyond the talent of one such as yourself. No, sir. No, certainly not. In fact, I would have the man with me now if a top priority security alert had not been issued by the Imperial Council. I see. Certainly do I, and clearly do I. You could not have prepared for such a contingency. Yes, I mean, no, you are correct, Grappa. Very unsettling. Don't worry, Grappa. I'll get your man for you. I just need what? Better equipment, new ship, refitted capture droid. Well, now that you mention it, having those things would clinch the job. Ho, ho, ho. You make Grappa happy. I knew I had read you correctly. Come with me. Within you will find everything I promise. Eh? I don't see any ship. Ship? Hey, wah! Essa, might you disappoint. My first promise to you was that of a painful death should you fail to capture Tarn Still for me. I always keep my promises in the order that I give them. But Grappa, I swear I'll make good. Ah! Now, what else is on my agenda?
Damn.
I like it. It's actually more personal than Jabba.
Mm-hmm.
A woman to see Grappa for a favor? Ha! Oh, look, it's Sinis!
Wait, what?
It's Sin. Yeah, Cheese wants on. What favor do you ask? I seek a man. I lack the resources to find him myself, but I sought with your connections. And what would I receive for finding you and aiding you in your search for this man? I have no money, but I can offer you my services. You look very resourceful. I could use one of a woman such as yourself. But tell me, what will you do with this man if I find him for you? Kill him. Ho, 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 ho. A good answer. You have yourself a deal. Murison. So she wants to hunt down Kanos.
Okay.
But we see more of the council as, this is outrageous. Who would have done a thing like that? More importantly, Lord Manos, who could have done it and who could have done it? Noio's had many enemies, but to strike at them here would require someone's inside knowledge. And Windcaller, and my Windcaller is correct. We must look to ourselves for the culprit. You're forgetting somebody, Norm Kim. You mean Kir Kanos, Admiral? The man is audacious, yes, but why would he put himself at such risk? Why? You're a warrior. You you should know the answer. It's basic military strategy. Cut off the head and the body will die. Nodes took control of the council after Jack's death. He made himself a target. You may be right, but I still suspect somebody close to the council. Excuse me, sirs, madam. We scanned the complex, and all is secure. The other council members are gathered in the main hall. I think we're right about, and you're right about Insider. Fena and Diasta certainly had motive, but Admiral Banger's point holds true. Wherever the culprit might be, the head of the council will always be a target. So this is the Admiral Bangers we were talked about in the last one.
Okay.
I mean, in the one shot.
Yep.
That was his nephew that got killed.
Okay. That makes sense.
Perhaps it would be prudent to appoint a figurehead to chair the council and control everything from the wings. You have someone in mind? Zandar Karavias. He's the obvious choice. The man is a pampered bureaucrat, a slave to the system. He has no vision and no spine. I like the way you think, Normie Kim. I'll speak to Choke and Kolyoptiv, and I to Prince Za. As much as we are saddened and outraged by the sudden death of Burr Knowles, we must not let his passing deter us from our duty to the Empire. Our first order of business must be to appoint a new chairperson to head the council. Now, if I may... Oh, so yeah, they soon come to an agreement of Zondar Carvius, that guy, and that guy, the big guy. Sir, and good night, sir, and congratulations on your appointment. Yes, thank you. Nam Anor Zondar Carvius. That's Nam Anor, who we would find out he was a precursor to the Yuuzhan Vong.
Yuuzhan Vong. Okay.
Ring any bells? They're the ones that would be from the oh geez. Well, it basically once. Let me look it up. Quickly.
I'll say no, it doesn't actually, and I'm fairly familiar with Star Wars lore, so I would need a fresh reminder on that one.
Okay, have you ever heard the novel Vector Prime?
I have heard of Vector Prime. Yeah,
that's the one where Chewie died.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all from the New Jedi Order era.
Okay. All
right, and hold on. So this is from that era, and this is when we're into the Yuuzhan Vong. Sorry, the Yuuzhan Vong.
Yeah,
they were the alien race that would be their main threat. They came from the unknown regions, and they were the threat that Thrawn had warned the Emperor about.
Okay. Yeah.
They are the ones that the Emperor was making all those super weapons for. They were meant for it, because that's the funny thing is. Turns out the Empire could have handled Yuuzhan Vong, but thanks to the rebels, they were caught with their pants down.
Mm-hmm. Hell, that ties into a little bit of rebels, doesn't it?
But yeah, so when it was decided we need someone that could be a precursor, they decided let's go with Nam Anor.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this guy introduced in this comic ended up being a much bigger deal later on.
Okay.
How'd you get in here? They've timed security so that even a threadworm couldn't get past. You should know by now that I have my wastes. Of course, Nam Anor. I meant no disrespect. Tell me everything about the events of this evening. It was amazing, really. Everything happened just as you said it would. They voted me the head of the council. Good. Follow your instructions exactly. So he's responsible for the guy's death. So this guy, this toady, could get, higher up in power.
Gotcha. A political play.
Yep. I'm sorry, Grappa. There's just no controlling Thrawn. He really hates droids with a passion. Not to worry. The text will fix 4ing again. So, and Salman, you found what we were looking for? Indeed I did. Captain Formo was very forthcoming after we applied the proper persuasion. Oh, is there anything more we could learn from him? I doubt it. Then, if he is of no further use, give him to Zanzibar. They have another ceremony scheduled. The who? Ceremony? The Zanzibar. They're mercenaries who work for Grappa. Relax. You might like them. Of course, I wouldn't know. Nobody's ever come back from one of their ceremonies to say, no, look at those guys!
Yeah, no. Not the kind of ceremony I'd like to attend.
They look creepy though, don't they?
Giant bug people? Yeah, I'm out. See it.
They don't look like bug people.
Oh, I was talking about the big mantis looking thing there.
No. These guys.
Oh no, they're just ugly. Okay, yeah, they're just ugly.
Oh, and look, there's Kennick's kill. No, you can't do this. Help! Another bounty hunter? Why don't you just let me and Trot and the boys take care of your problems? I need you. For some things, bounty hunters are, and for some things, bounty hunters for others. They're things. What's your name, Hunter? Kennick's kill. Oh, yes. I received a message about your arrival. Strange though, none of my sources were able to tell me much about you. I know you've had your fingerprints removed, and that your helmet filters makes a voice identification impossible. You're a man with an identity without an identity, without a past. Is that so unusual for someone in my line of work? Ha! Anyway, what does my past matter if I can get the job done? Well said, Rick. Show Kennick's kill to his new quarters, the room I had prepared for him. I will go to my own quarters.
Uh-huh.
Now, we'll get a look at the mysterious Kennick's killer. Hey, what's he doing? Very clever. But Grappa is prepared. He won't find this one. What? A
He
universal
found it.
jammer? Ah! How's that for the start?
Hey man, I'm liking this. It's kind of got a spy, like a spy feel to it. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah, but the fact that this expands right off the bat
yeah, it does.
from the first
Yeah, it
one,
does.
doesn't it?
And I'm digging his bounty hunter persona.
Yep.
I'm digging that.
Oh, by the
Because he's
way,
not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy. I think bounty hunter is kind of right up his alley.
now I'm going to point out something else. You are aware of the book Shadows of the Empire, right?
Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
know about the Black Sun.
Yeah.
We are going to have a member from them. No one, it's just an original member, but I just want to point out the Black Sun do get involved in this.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
But yeah, so there he is just walking through town. Who are you looking for, stranger? My business is with Custom Officer Tarrant Snell. And so, Grappa sends another stooge. Last one was lucky to escape with his life. I'm afraid you must clear your appointment with my associates before you could do business with me. Shank! Oh!
Damn.
Come. Step lively. It's nearly the dinner hour, and the Emerald hates to be kept. Put that tray over there, and you give me that. I said, uh-oh. Help! Guards! What is it? It's Admiral Banjer. And double the guard. So Banjer's now dead! Double the guard. Put everyone on full alert. Like, now here's the thing, though. We know where Kanos is.
Yeah.
So the planet Smark. Little is known of this seemingly uninhabited planet, which is the way the Black Sun criminal organization perverts it. You always know how to make an entrance, Grappa. You like it? I had it specifically built. Would you like to see the inside? Maybe later. Marcus is waiting. Ah, Grappa, how are you, old worm? Fat and happy, Marcus, and Knips. And you? That depends on your answer to my next question. Did you get it? Would I have come all this way if I hadn't? Grease spice. And what about the Black Sun's part of the deal? Clear the room so that my friend Grappa and I may speak openly. Bring her in. We've kept her drugged, of course. She was a real fighter at first. Now she's as docile as a pet. And nobody on the council suspects. So it turns out that woman we saw before, it's a clone! They have the real deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the real deal of that woman we saw on the first issue.
Okay.
And nobody in the council suspects? No. And the information we've been able to obtain from her has made sure of that. You've done very well, Marcus. Let us drink to our deal. Fina Diasta, prisoner of Black Sun? I could see how holding a member of the ruling council captive would have its advantages to someone like Grappa, especially Diasta, who is really representing her ailing father's interest. But you couldn't kidnap and keep a kidnapping like that secret. News would leak out, but nobody's heard a word about it. How come? You are not permitted. Ah, yes, my apologies. Pieces are starting to come together. She sees the cloning tanks in there. Isn't it obvious who's behind these assassinations? Both Burnoise and Admiral Banjer were human. What are you getting? Uh-oh, causing dissent in their ranks.
Yep.
But now they think the symbol on the fragment is the same as the crest on the knife. So they think it's Kanos.
Oh, they're putting it together.
But no, they think it is. He's being framed.
Right.
After Burnoise was killed and you were voted head of the council, you did nothing. We all knew that a killer had targeted the council, yet you took no special precautions to protect us. Now Admiral Banjer has been murdered because of your lax attitude. I say you haven't got the guts to lead the council, let alone protect it. Fina Diasta, you have a great latitude on this council because of the respect we all have for your father. But surely this attack on Lord Caravis is counterproductive. Really? Well, I happen to agree with Councilwoman Diasta's assessment of Xandor Caravis, and I think we should put the matter to a vote. I say Caravis is strong enough to lead the council. Aren't you and Fina the same ones who only a few days ago wanted to sue for sue for peace with the rebels? It's all right, Admiral. Let there be a vote. I'll abide by the council's decision. And a show of hands, please. All those in favor of me stepping down, please give your indication.
One person.
No, Manor, show yourself! It's all going wrong. Diasa is challenging my power. Calm yourself. Calm myself, but our plan? Halt! You forget yourself. You forget to whom you speak. Forgive me, Master, but are your plans? My plans are my plans. To which Diasta has become an obstacle, right? Right now, she doesn't have the support to block us. But I know her. She won't stop until she gets whatever she wants, whatever that is. We've got to do silence. There will have to be another assassination.
Oh, the way you're making him talk, I like that.
Well, it fits. You have the snake-like voice.
Yeah.
I love it. And it was foolish of you to attempt to leave my services before you fulfilled our contract and ordinarily I would have you killed. But I'm feeling generous tonight. I've decided to allow you to leave after all. Far be it from me to stand between you and a more lucrative position elsewhere. Thank you, Grandpa. Still, I'd like to get my money's worth from you. Therefore, part of you will remain behind. Put him in the starship and send him on his way after taking off one of his arms. No, Grandpa, please. I'll stay and work out my contract. No. Really, people act as though I don't have anything better to do than deal with their problem. Are we finished? One more item. Custom Officer Terrence Snell from Leigh and Pa Sidon. At last, Carnor Snell. Did you really think you could steal from me, interfere with my business, and not have to answer to me? Grandpa, you got it all wrong. Wrong? Am I so incompetent as well as ineffectual? Is that it? Well, let me assure you that you will find my associates, the Xanabar, extremely incompetent and effective. No, Grandpa! Grandpa, no! Ah!
Oh.
You're everything you said you were, Kenix Kill. Many others have tried and failed, but you brought me Terrence Snell. For removing this thorn from my side, you deserve a bonus. You'll find I can be quite generous. But first, you must dine with me. Serve the food. Start the music. I appreciate your offer, Grandpa, but I believe I will just retire to my nonsense. I won't hear of it. Besides, you never forgive yourself if you miss the entertainment. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the music.
Cue the ladies.
Beautiful. Master Grandpa, what is it? Can't you see I'm busy? Sir, communication chief wanted you to see this right away. What could be so important? The faceless one. Stop the music! Clear the hall! The party's over. I want to be alone. So he's working with Nominor too!
Okay, wow.
So Nominor is playing all the angles.
Yes, smart guy.
Yep.
Really smart guy.
Now this, he's clearly just using, and I gotta say, I'm not a fan of this one with Droman, he's just using a typical Jabba.
Yeah, that does look like Jedi Jabba too. Like, that actually just looks like Jabba, since none of them were named Jabba, but Jabba.
Yep. So yeah, we open up with another fight in space and everything. Sorry. So yeah, they're being attacked by a bunch of pirates, and we'll hold them off. You got to get a warning to the New Republic headquarters. Tell them to avoid this sector. Yes, sir. New Republic HQ. This is cargo ship Yevon and Caprice. Call. No! Your call has been terminated. So we see Kanos is dealing with some other, what else? Whatever she saw through the door surprised her. She broke away from that group after that. I wasn't able to follow her. When she came back, she had an expression on her face that said she found what she was looking for, whatever it was. But I haven't noticed her spending much time searching for Kir Kanos, and he certainly wasn't at Maka's place. Tell you the truth, I don't know what Sin's up to. Keep an eye on her. I'll contact you. What's the
Okay.
activity? Didn't you hear? Another council member, General Emoti, and was murdered. Then the Caprice and brought in his own private guards. Is this really necessary, Lord Caravis? I'm sure my men can protect you. Burr Knowles, Admiral Banger, and General Imot might say otherwise. See that I'm not disturbed by anyone. Yes, Lord Caravis. Nominor, are you present? Yes, I am here. Sink the stars. Something terrible has happened. There was another assassination, but not one that we planned. General Moda had been poisoned. I think, and this time it really is Kir Kanos. What should we do? Never touch me. I'm sorry. You will carry out your instruction. One more death does not affect our plans. But General Moda was one of our supporters. Without him, nothing has changed. Proceed as we have discussed. What about Kir Kanos? He is not my concern. Indeed.
No, he's everybody else's.
Welcome, Xanabars and Zamixel, my good friend. What is that? What is it that Grappa can do for you? A bargain is a morber snake with a head at each end, Hut Grappa. It is only safe if both ends are held. You're talking about our deal, aren't you? You and your people perform certain duties in exchange for and live subjects for your ceremony. You are talking the same as Xanabar, but you are not providing providing. Xanabar need more. Things are a little slow right now, but if you'll just be patient a while, I am sure you'll be pleased to hear what I have coming up. Xanabar will wait for now. So you can tell he's playing with fire too with these guys.
Yep.
But Hut Grappa had best hold his end of the bargain, or Mober Snake will bite him. He dares to threaten me. I'll have his hide for a kitchen rag. Hold up your end of the bargain, Grappa. You'll get bit. Yeep! It's about time Zaximo learned that I'm the one who does the biting around here. Madam Grappa, Master Grappa, drink! Master Grappa, what is it? You have another visitor? Who is it? He is an ex-soldier of the New Republic, formerly under Mira Sin's command. What business do you wish to discuss? I understand and I understand that as I heard a rumor that to the effect that my former commander was now in your employ, and further that she is claiming to be searching for Kir Kanos, the Imperial Guardsman. And suppose that rumor were true. I thought you might interested in what her real mission is, for a price, of course. Massimos, I told you he was a bastard.
Yep, and you know what? I could tell, and that was exactly who I was talking about the guys who look like they're from the old Aliens omnibus. That guy looks like he's straight out of one of those comics, and could tell he was an asshole right off the bat. Right off the bat.
And speak, Master, which is to register his displeasure. He's not the only one. Where is General Emote? And where is Carabas? This is no way for the head of the council to behave. How dare he call an emergency meeting in the middle of the night and then keep us waiting? Your wait is over, Diasta. And though I doubt you'll be glad of that when I have finished what I have to say. What's going on, Carabas? Why all the secrecy? And what do you mean by bringing armed guards into the council chamber? General Moda is dead, the victim of yet another assassination. Since the military has been unable to protect the council, my own hand-picked guards will assume that responsibility. Our first order is to arrest all non-human members of the council. What? On whose authority? This is an outrage! It's clear. Oh my! And says to resist. Keep fighting to the death.
Oh.
There's more. Fina Diasta is declared a traitor, and all those who stand with her will be considered enemies of the Empire. Oh, so that's why Nominor killed his supporter.
Yep.
Because if it was anyone else, it would make him look worse.
Yep.
You won't get away with it. On the contrary, I already have.
Dude, that to murder somebody just to keep a cover. Come on, man. That's
but murdering someone on your side is
right.
better.
I mean, still though, that shows you how for his cause he is, that he's willing to kill somebody that was an ally to him just to keep him.
Well, Nominor doesn't care.
Secret, right, dude? That's fucking awesome. Sorry, that's villain. That's absolute villain shit.
Excuse me, ma'am. The passage is off limit. Please return to the banquet. I'm sorry. I was just looking for the pressure. It will be found on the malfunction. Hey, come back here, Fina Diasta. Fina, it's Maricin. Your husband and your father had business deals together, and my husband and your father had business deals together. We were friends. Do you remember that? Friends? Oh, Fina, what have they done to you? Hey, what are you doing in here? Don't try anything funny. Just keep your hands where I can see them. Grappo, give me a bonus for this. Friends. Yeah! Go now. Return to the banquet before your absence causes any suspicion. But who are you? Why would you want to help? Never mind that now. Go. I'll dispose of the guard's body.
Huh.
I hate to complain, Grappa, but I can't feel you aren't upholding your end of our agreement. Black Sun delivered everything you wanted, but the grease spice you turned over was only a partial payment. The Sparty tubes alone cost me three of my best. Tubes alone cost me three of my best operatives. So you have said several times. I'll tell you this for your own good. It wouldn't do for word to get out that you're not good for your debts. Don't worry, Marcus. You'll get the rest of your merchandise. Business has just been a little slow. Pardon me a moment. I must attend to a matter. Ah, Maricin, may I say you look lovely this evening? Huh? Oh, Grappa, excuse me. I was just on my way to... I'm sure that whatever it is, it can wait. There's someone I want to introduce you to. But you already know him, I believe. Massimo! Greetings, Commander. What are you doing here in Genone? I thought you were with your troops back on Theta. I was, until I realized there was more profit to be made here. You can drop the pretenses, Commander Sin. Massimo has explained to me how you used your well-known vendetta against Kir Kanos as a ruse to spy on my organization. Once you had the proof that my staff was hijacking the New Republic shipments, my headquarters here on Genone would become the target of a massive raid. Sadly, your report will never reach New Republic headquarters, and you will be listed as missing in action. The mysterious hijacking will continue, but without proof of my involvement. I doubt any action will be taken against a simple businessman such as myself. The New Republic needs all the support it can get from the non-aligned worlds. Take them both, Zach Small. So, yeah, Massimo,
Damn.
You're an idiot.
Yep. Idiot.
What are you doing? We had a deal. I have a deal with Zaxamal that supersedes our agreement. Besides, if you would betray your former commander, it would be only a matter of time before you betrayed me as well. You handled that well, Grappa. That girl was clever, though. I can't blame you for falling for her cover story with the new bounty the Empire has put on Kir Kanos' head. I have a substantial part of my own forces looking for him. The latest information is he's going by the name Kinnick's Kill, which in the secret battle language of the Imperial Guard is an anagram for Kir Kanos. Oh. Man gone. Man gone. Man not in room. Man ship not still here. But Xanabar cannot find him in place. Cannot find him anywhere. Incompetence everywhere. Grappa, no. You can't handle things this way. He was just. You can't tell me how to run my business. Think again. Damn. Crap. He just shot the current head of the Black Sun.
Yep.
Now somebody find Kir Kanos. Now you're starting to see that Grappa's an idiot.
Well, yeah.
No, you think Jabba? He is not.
Well, Jabba was old, man. Jabba was really old.
He was old for a reason.
Good point. Touche, salesman.
He lasted this long because he wasn't stupid.
Yep. But I noticed some of the other Hutts they portrayed weren't as smart as he was.
Exactly. Navigation droids. Set planet and course for the planet Zao, the Xanabar home world. So he's going there to save her.
Cool. Very cool. Oh, he's putting his old armor back on, unless that's just cover lies like they
No,
usually do.
yeah, there, the Xanabar ship I was following. It's on the ground. Better to go in low, avoid detection. So yeah, he basically is making his way in there, and then now turns out they are keeping him standing there for a moment, like, and then everything is order. We agreed to proceed with our next plan and step in our plan. You seem unsure, Grappa. No, I assure you, you old Akeb, Black Sun has nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. And it's so fine, in fact, that Marcus has accepted my offer to stay for a few more days and enjoy the hospitality of my simple lodgings. What's that? Breaking up. Didn't hear your last. Sorry, Akeb. We're losing the connection. We're experiencing one of the worst storms on record. I will contact you as soon as it passes. End transmission. Get him out of here. Gotta hand it to you, Grappa. You're as
Damn.
cool as your friend there. If I had just murdered one of the Black Sun, it's top guy. So he's not the leader, but the one their top guy. I'd be headed for the
Yeah.
Outer Rim. Only you would have thought of killing all the guests at the party to cover it up. I guess the next time you throw a party, it'll be just you and me. Imagine the savings. No jokes. We must think of a suitable accident to explain all these deaths. So yeah, now they're on the Xanabar planet. The village is mostly deserted. There are already guests. So yeah, he is in his armor.
Oh,
See, it's the red armor.
very cool.
Watch him. The ceremony has begun. Gotta find Sin. You, booyah, booyah,
Kusha.
booyah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So okay, guys, given how they're looking, what voice would you give them?
Those guys?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd have to play around with it. Yeah.
Or more like booyah.
I don't know.
Booyah. Run. Follow me. Where to? My ship. Well, your ship. My ship? I had to take yours. Mine was being watched. I wonder where you learned a trick like that. It worked before. I gambled it would work again. It did. Get in. You drive. Wait a minute. Yeah, you were on Genon. How else could you have? I'll explain everything later. Right now we have to go. Nothing the Xanabar can touch an X-wing on. Yeah, nothing and have can touch an A-wing, but it was never meant to carry two. We're limited to atmospheric flight. We could still outrun them. Too late. Go.
Ooh.
I really must urge you to reconsider the course of action, Lord Caravis, for the sake of the Empire. Once Baron Indiasta learns that you've declared his daughter a traitor, he'll break from the Empire. Others may join him. Even if he doesn't side with the New Republic, his departure would be a crippling blow. The Baron is a sick old man. He is in no shape to... What? Assassins! Fire! Get them! Are you all right, Excellency? Lord Caravis, there's something you should see. These men are agent of Black Sun, but this man, he's a clone of you!
Oh, wait.
They were going to replace him with a clone.
Okay. Damn.
Remember, Gnome Honor is clearly one for spinning different plates in different hands.
Yeah.
Are you all right? Fine, I think. I hurt my knee. Can you walk? I can make it. Good. There's nowhere for the Xanabar to land nearby, but they'll get here eventually. We'd best be gone. We'll follow this trail. At least it's running in the right direction. You talk like you have a plan. I always have a plan. Now, apparently she's either forgiven him or at least put aside her hatred. Kanos, help! Ah! Doof! Thanks. That's the second time tonight I've had to save your life. What? Well, who asked you? You didn't have to come here. You could have stayed on Janan. You'd rather I let you die? There are people who know where I am. Somebody would have come. You mean after they finished betraying you to Grappa? Was that part of your plan? Well, Massimo, that was unexpected, but he got what he deserved. Look, thanks for coming. I'll try not to be any more trouble for you. Once we're out of here, we go our separate ways, owing each other nothing. And what of your vow to kill me? Kill me. Will you then? Oh! Rawr!
Damn.
Sin, run! Not without you! I know, you just saved my life again. Let's call it even. What did you do? An old infantry trick. I overrode the blaster's main power regulator and started a control feedback. We'll have warmth for a few hours with minimal heat signature and no smoke to give away our position. Of course, the rifle will be useless after this, but we shouldn't need it anymore. Resourceful. You remind me of whom? My husband. You told me. A farmer. He would have been more than that if he had lived. Jared had been elected to speak all and for all the collectives on Nez Perron. There was talks of rebellion and of a new republic, but Nez Perron was still aligned with the Empire. All the people wanted was to be left enough of and what they produced to survive. But that didn't matter to your emperor. Those were dangerous times. The emperor had to take drastic action to preserve the empire. Preserve the empire? My husband was killed. Our people were forced into starvation. This was sent to every collective on Nez Perron. As long as they submit to his rule, the emperor does not care if the people of Nez Perron starve. Now you know why a farmer's wife became a commander in a civil war. No empire, no government has a right to exist at the expense of its people. I I do what I was trained to do. I was taught the emperor was if I ever need a reminder of what I'm fighting against, I have this. What about you? Then he says that you were taught what they wanted you to believe. It's time you started seeing the truth. Stop reacting as you were trained to and start thinking about why you're doing it. Listen to what your heart tells you to do. I think this means that Sin realized that about Kanos. She probably looked back and realized one, Sadik got killed because of its instinct, and that yeah, he was just so in it deep. Now I will say though, it does feel a little too easy for him to realize, to find out. Oh, the Empire was full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, considering the last.
But the last time we saw him, though, he still never saw, and as far as he knew, it was just one faction of the Empire. He still thought that the Empire before, was Palpatine was still good.
Well, yeah, the experience in the previous.
Yeah, there was nothing that contradicted.
They would definitely understand why he'd start thinking and a little more deeply into it. But then having her.
Yeah, Kanos, amazing, isn't it? I picked this up because it was the highest elevation in the area, easy to find in the dark. But the charts didn't indicate it was anything but a mountain. Who could have built it? And when? It's incredible, ancient. I think it must predate the Old Republic. Definitely. It looks like a great battle was fought here. But this place still stands. It was never conquered. Why was it abandoned? What happened to the people who built it? Who can say? But it's clearly statues that they were human, not Xanabar. Speaking of the Xanabar, uh-oh!
They're colonizers.
Yep. We're trapped. Relax. I told you I had a plan. How is this a plan? We're outnumbered 10-1, we only have one blaster and your fancy spear. Help is coming. Help from where? There. An X-wing, but who? A friend. Come on. Well, and we've only got one chance at this. As soon as it touches down, don't wait for me. Get aboard. What about you? Oh, Kanos, hurry. We can't sit here for long. Kanos, give me your hand. Got you. What? Kendi, go. No, we can't leave him. I have my orders. This is intolerable. Gravitas is losing his grip. If things continue like this, he'll split the remains of the Empire. Tell us something we don't already know, Admiral. Ever since that attempt on his life and that clone, yes, but Black Sun is the least of our worries. Baron Diasta commands full and powerful forces. He's not likely to accept Caravis's imprisonment of his daughter without a fight. And then there's the fallout from Spearmaster Chinook's death. And we still don't know what part of Kir Kanos is playing this. Streffer's right. There are highly placed whippet guards throughout the Empire. If they chose to turn against their emperor because of what happened to Chunk, we might be able to restore order if we can get Caravis to listen to reason. Why a clone of me? Because I'm important. More important than Nominor wishes me to know. But I'm afraid our chances that may be slipping away. Of course, we're overlooking our primary problem, the New Republic. So many enemies. How did we come to this? In Palpatine's day, the Empire was supreme in the galaxy. I should never have left my fleet for this. I was happy there, but I was seduced by Carnor Jax, as were we all. Jax is dead, and the past can't be changed. As for the New Republic, my spies tell me that they're having their own problems, pirate raiding their supply routes and some such. I agree that Cheong's people could be a problem, but at least they're easy to keep an eye on. Why and who and doesn't know if they live near a and Whippet? And I'm sure we can smooth things over with Baron Diasta if we can get the charges against Fina dropped. With Diasta back in the fold, Black Sun can be dealt with. That just leaves Kir Kanos. He's only one man. How much of a threat can he be? I'm telling you, all of our problems can be worked together if we can just reason with care. I'm glad you're all here. I've come to a decision. I'm disbanding the council. I will rule the Empire alone. Oh, crap!
What?
We're just loading the last of them. Gotta hand it to you, Grappa. This is one way to get rid of unwanted guests. Yes. I must say that I must also sacrifice my ship. She's a beauty, eh, Salman? She's a fine craft, Grappa. But don't worry. The boys and I will hijack a nice Carillion cruiser for you. Get aboard. Perhaps. Screep! Maybe it's time to get away. The simplest things no longer bring me pleasure. Master Grappa! Basically got another wants to speak to Maniac. Yeah, they're asking why is he not returned? And like he's needed now. The plan to replace Xandar Carapace with a clone has failed. Worse, the Imperials know of it. First, Carapace imprisons our Fina Diasta double, and now this. Yes, I can see why you'd be calling. I think Campus is coming now. In fact, let's see what's keeping him. I'll be right back. What? Hey, sorry, Grappa. It's Kenneth. We let him saw. We didn't think we need him again. You didn't think? No, you didn't. This won't do. Cut the transmission to AKIP. I'll call him back and make up some story about a power failure. After I figure out what I'm going to tell him about and Kenneth. In the meantime, put this mess back on the ship. Master Grappa, what is it this time? Zamsel here. He wants to see you. I told him you didn't want to be disturbed, but nonsense. I always have time for my good friend Xanabar and Zamsmil. What can I do for you this fine day? Wish to make a new bargain. Xanabar do not deal with Empire. Hut Grappa does. On occasions, yes. Make occasion. Kir Kanos. Even Xanabar heard of reward offered for this man. Xanabar require a go-between. Yes, of course. I fully understand. But you must understand that a negotiated transfer like this is very delicate. It would require at least 50%. 1/10 Xanabar will give. 1/10? Don't blow this, Grappa. Even 1/10 of what the Empire's offering for Kanos is a planet's ransom. Very well, Xanabar. I accept your generous offer. And I think like you were under my nose this whole time. Yeah, too bad you could have had the entire reward for yourself. So he knew that would happen.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you again for your help on Zoe. I'm sorry you weren't able to save Kanos as well. Don't worry about Kanos. If anybody can take care of himself, how is it I know Kanos? My father was the master instructor. He looks like him.
Okay. They did they did kind of draw him like him, yeah.
Yep. I think Kanos has begun. I'm sure he'd be shocked to see me in this uniform, but the empire my father and Kanos served no longer exists. I think Kanos is beginning to see that too. After my father and the other guards were killed, Kanos brought me word of Carnor Jax's betrayal. After Jax's death, Kanos came to me again with a plan. What kind of plan? What was Kanos doing working for a character like Grappa? Kanos knew that security around the council was too tight for him to infiltrate without an established cover. He hoped to establish enough of a reputation of himself as bounty hunter known as Kenneth's Kill that the council would hire him to find Kir Kanos. It was the kind of scheme only a man like Kanos could pull off. But when Grappa turned you over to Xanabar, Kanos abandoned the plan. He said he had a debt to you. Yes, there's unfinished business between us. Wait a minute. If Kanos was on Genome, then who was assassinating the members of the council? You may have stumbled onto a clue when you found the Diasta woman in Grappa's palace. From what I've heard, Fina Diasta was still sitting on the council. and I saw her earlier on Smark with Grappa and Makas, which means one of Fina's is a clone. But if Black Sun was infiltrating the council with clones, why assassinate other council members? Who's to say that cloning is part of the same plot? With the kind of power that's at stake, there's likely others with designs on the council. Good point. I guess the answer will have to wait. All pilots to your craft. All pilots to your craft. You sure you're up for this mission, Kanede? You mean, do I have a problem with attacking the target you've picked? Not a bit, Commander Sin. Not a bit. So, Your Majesty,
Damn.
a message has been received from Baron Diasta regarding your imprisonment of his daughter. What of it? The Baron is threatening to withdraw his support from the Empire, Your Majesty. The Baron's a sick old man. So weak he sent his daughter to take his place on the council. Why should I worry about his threats? Majesty, the Baron controls a strategically important planetary sector. His companies produce most of the cargo ships on which we rely. In addition, he commands the largest private-owned fleet in the galaxy. Does he command as many ships as the Empire? Well, no, but we're already at war with the New Republic, and with the trouble on the whippets are raising, Admiral, I've had a very trying day. You're in charge of your fleet. You deal with the Baron's threat. Please don't bother me again tonight. But what do you think you are doing, Caliphus? But Nominor, I'm doing what I should have done long ago, taking what's rightfully mine. I'm Emperor now. I no longer require your assistance. My assistance. I realize that, and that is not the situation, and that you and your people have planned. But you must understand that the Empire will never take orders from your kind. And now that I have the throne, I don't see the need for me to take orders from you either. You have no idea what power you betray. The forces I represent are beyond your understanding. Save your threats, Nominor. I'm in charge now, and I know you asked not to be disturbed, Excellency. Yeah? But we've received an urgent communique from a hut named Grappa. He says he's captured the assassin Kir Kanos. Really? Interesting. Come on, put your backs into it. He'll have a fit if the new cannons are in place by the time he gets back. Yeah? All squadrons, it is Red Leader. Follow my lead. So yeah, they're attacking that Grappa's place. My ship. My beautiful ship. It's for a good cause, Grappa, and it's not like you have a choice. Any second now, boom!
Damn.
But as you said, I had no choice. Sad that my good friend Knips should die in such a terrible accident. Not to mention all of your other party guests. Yes, at least this will get y'all Akib and Black Sun off my back. Master Grappa! Hey, it's Dengar!
Cool.
Y'all Akib wishes to speak with you. Couldn't wait for me to call him back, eh? Well, he may as well hear about the sad news directly. You'll forgive me, I bear times. What are you babbling about, Grappa? And where is Macus? Haven't you heard the news? Of course, I was just about to call you. You were about to call me? And what about Kenneth? I know, basically, there's news referring to. What news? First, our attempt to replicate and to replace Xander Caravis fails, and now suddenly the New Republic discovers and destroys Knep's cloning facility. How can this be? And don't you find it strange that both incidents take place while Knep is away? I admit it's strange, sir, but there's an explanation. Then why am I not hearing it from his own lips? I want you to hold Knep until I arrive. I insist on questioning him personally in the matter. Whatever you do, make sure nothing happens to him between now and my arrival. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Poor Grappa. Having a bad day? Mere sin, but surprised to tell the truth, I wasn't sure I'd live to see this moment either. But I did. Too bad for you. That remains to be seen. But tell me, how was it you were able to escape my friends on Xanabar? I had help from Kir Kanos. And, well, I believe you know Tab Kanende. You work for me. I was on your payroll, but I work for Kir Kanos. And I wouldn't put too much stock in your friendship with the Xanabar, especially if they find out that you've turned Kir Kanos over to us. You must be joking. Green Leader, make one pass. Damn! Good joke. Punchline. What is it you want? I want Kir Kanos, alive and unharmed, and Fina Diasta. So you know about her, eh? Figures. You're signing my death warrant. Between the Xanabar and Black Sun, I'm doomed. Leave me one of them, please. Shut up, Grappa. We have a deal. Your life for theirs. You're lucky I don't shoot you. Kano, of course, that wouldn't work because apparently HUD hides are impervious to blasters.
Right.
Kanos, are you all right? You should not have come. You risk too much for my safety. You're not the only one who understands loyalty. Please. One last thing before we go. Grappa, get in the cell. What? But we had a deal. Tell me if this sounds familiar. I have a deal with Kanos that supersedes our deal. Besides, if you betray Black Sun, it's only a matter of time before you betray me. This is not acceptable, Admiral. I gave you orders to deal with Diasta. I'm doing my best, Your Majesty, but Diasta has assembled his entire armada, while our fleets have been scattered across the galaxy searching for Kir Kanos. Admiral, we must disengage. The ship can't take another hit, like the left. Nominor, are you there? I just realized. Doesn't he look like Caesar?
They kind of. I mean, a little.
Or
Marlon
he
Brando
definitely has that
me,
kind of Caesar or Nero or one of those types.
Yeah.
That's clearly intentional.
Yeah.
Carabas. Baron Diasta, you should have released my daughter when you had the chance, Carabas. Now your ships are in retreat. Your defenses are broken and your fate is sealed. Ho ho!
Don't.
Now the fact is, though, that this is all Nominor's doing when you really think about it, not Kanos's.
Yeah.
They're heading for the council. Cut them off. It's no use. Diasta's fighters are too fast. We're the 833rd Squadron. We can't protect this sector alone. Boom! I told you to guard the location, Admiral.
Cool.
Yes, Excellency. What?
That picture is just so cool.
Yep. Yes, Excellency. You also send half my squadron to engage Baron Diasta's armada. Enough. I will bring an end to this if your forces cannot. Fiona Diasta, you are the traitor to the Empire and deserve a traitor's death. I have decided to spare your life. In addition, I will return you to your father, provided he will at once end all hostilities. Take her away. See that smirk? Excellency, are you sure this will work? What if the Baron President attack? He has the upper hand right now. Don't worry. If your defenses fail, I've made plans to evacuate. Evacuate? But what about my troops? What about them? And do you wish to send a response to Karavis's offer, Baron? You could get Fina back with no more loss of life. It is a coward's way to sue for peace when the battle turns against him. Exactly what I would expect from a weakling like Karavis. Let me help you, sir. I can manage on my own, Doctor. It galls me to call off an attack short of decisive victory, but my daughter is worth more than my pride. Send a message to the Emperor. Tell him I will accept his offer. Get me out of here! I'm working on it, Grappa, sir. It's schmood, isn't it? What happened to Solomon and his boys? After the rebels left and they heard the Black Sun was coming, they took off. But you say, schmood? Just doing my duty, sir. Real duty, huh? Then I have one question. Where were you when the rebels locked me inside? Duty. I'd better contact y'all Akib. Try to explain all this. Grappa, I was expecting to hear from you. I'm afraid I might be the bearer of news, and bearer of bad news for you and Black Sun. My place and palace was attacked by New Republic forces. Marcus was killed in the attack. Really? I heard from a different story. Do you recognize the former associate of yours? My men caught him fleeing Janone. He tells me that you killed him yourself. You lied to me, Grappa. But, and worse, you were holding out on me. I know all about your deals with the Xanabar to collect the reward for the capture of Kir Kanos. I'm sending an emissary to deal with the situation. End communication.
Ruh-roh.
By the order of His Benevolency, Emperor Karavis, we return to you your daughter, Fina. Fina, get back to your ship and turn to your emperor before I forget about the ceasefire. Fina, have you no greeting for your father? It's been nearly 5 years since I last saw you. Oh, father, how good to see you. I'm so glad this ordeal is over. Baron, I have some important visitors who have arrived at our stern deck. I think you should receive them right away. I was expecting no visitors. Are you sure this attack and this isn't an Imperial trick? Quite sure, Baron. They're not Imperials. They're from the New Republic. I'm Commander Sin, Baron. Sorry to arrive unannounced, but I figured you'd like to have your daughter back. Fina, but And father, what's going on here? She's an imposter. Kill her! Stop! I demand an explanation. Commander Sin, what's your story?
Whoa.
Why do I suddenly have two daughters? The one with me is the real Fina. The other one's a clone. 4 years ago, Black Sun and a hut named Grappa kidnapped your daughter and replaced her with a clone. While the clone pursued Black Sun's interest on the Imperial Council, your daughter was kept drugged with grease spice in order to extract information to maintain the clone's cover. Is
Whoa.
this true? Don't be ridiculous. I'm your real daughter. You stole my life! Stop! I want the truth. It's true. I am a clone, but I'm still of your blood, no less your daughter than the real Fina. What? This woman was part of the conspiracy to murder Emperor Palpatine. For that she must die. What? And what conspiracy? What are you talking about? Palpatine's death was no accident. Carnor Jax, with the help of those who would eventually become members of the council, arranged to sabotage the last of the Emperor's clone bodies. After the Emperor's death, Jax and the council planned to control their empire for their own profit. Jax was like myself, was once a member of the. Basically, summarize it all. You plotted to murder our emperor. What could I do? I was under the control of the Black Sun. If I hadn't gone along with their plans, so even the Black Sun had a stake.
Okay.
Please, there must be
Damn.
some other way. What she did was wrong. I agree, but her punishment should be tempered with mercy. There could be no mercy for the enemies of the Empire. Kanos, wait. This woman wasn't a willing participant in the conspiracy. She should not be a part of your vendetta. Let the Baron determine what should be done with her. Once before I asked you to spare her life. You refused to resolve the deaths of my friend Sadit. You owe me this one. Besides, Xando Carapace has already killed or jailed the rest of the council. He should be your real target, and I have an idea how to get him. Hurry, and hurry. We've got to get out of here before Yul AK's assassins arrive. I just hope nobody sees me in this old tub. When I catch up with Salman, I'm going to be writing his Master Grappa. Good news. Everything is ready for your arrival on Tatooine. Excellent. Hut and Hut, Grandpa. Grappa, we must talk. Can nothing go right? What is it, Xanabar? My time is short. Xanabar want their reward money. Kir Kanos is gone. Grappa must have reward money. Look, the New Republic stole Kanos from me. There's no reward money. The deal's off. Don't give me that look. I'm telling you the truth. Look at my palace. Look what they did. I'm sorry it didn't work out the way you planned, but that's life. Sometimes you just have to swallow your losses and move on. The Desan fleet has broken off their attack, Excellency, but we received a message from Baron Diaz himself. He seeks a private audience with you, sire. And he says that if you grant him this one request, his armada will depart with no further hostilities. I take it you disapprove of this idea, General? I'm suspicious, yes. The Baron is an honorable man. Let him come. Besides, he put himself at risk if he tries anything. Your Excellency, Baron Diaz's shuttle has landed. Extend the Baron every courtesy, but have my personal guard standing by. Now leave me alone. Yes, Excellency. Careless, Nominor. You've returned. For but a moment. Those I represent have made new plans. Plans that no longer include you. We will not meet again. Fine. I'm glad to be rid of you. I'm Emperor now. I don't need to take orders from anybody. Go on, pursue your plans. Once I deal with Diasta, the galaxy will be mine to control. So be it. I wish you well in your impending meeting with Kir Kanos. Kanos? Here? Captain of Guard, Xando Carapace. Baron Diasta. So it's true. I heard you were so feeble that you required the constant attention of doctors. I'm still strong enough to stand up to the likes of you. The planet of the Diastian sector will be withdrawing from the Empire. I expect other sector leaders to follow suit once they learn of the Council's betrayal of the Emperor. And who will tell them? You? That's where... I think not. Your own daughter was part of the conspiracy. That's where you're wrong. The woman in the council was a clone of my daughter, placed there by Black Sun to spy on the Empire. My real daughter is now here, safe at last. Safe? Guards! Arrest these traitors! Your guards will arrest no one, Xando Carapace. They can't even protect you. It's Kir Kanos! Kill him! Kill them all! And Baron, Fina, Get to safety! Chink, chink! Oh! Keep moving, Baron! Die! No! And Kanide! I'm all right, Kanos. Get Caravis. Kanos, wait! I'm coming with you! Must escape. Seal the chamber. Caravis is getting away. After him! That blasted Nominor. He could have warned me sooner. I'll deal with him later. There is no later for you, Caravis. Please, I'll give you whatever you... Silence! For your betrayal of Emperor Palpatine. No, please, the penalty is death. Ah! Satisfied? You know Caravis imprisoned the rest of the council. Killing them in their cells should be easy enough. There's been enough killing for one day. You should get the Baron safely away before more Imperial troops arrive. Of course, Kanos. I understand your desire for revenge, Kanos. And bittersweet though it may be. I hope I live long enough to see Grappa the Hutt pay for what we did to my Fina. Though by now I'm sure he has found a safe hiding place. Let me go. You can't let me go. You can't do this to me. Maybe we can make a deal. No deal. Hutt Grappa will make for good ceremony. They got aboard!
Damn.
Prepare for dock. I guess this is it, Baron. Are you sure I can't convince you to join the New Republic? We could use experienced statesmen such as you. Thank you, Mearson. But no, perhaps in time. But for now, I think it is best for my sector, and it's best my sector govern itself. That doesn't mean an end to our friendship. I will always be indebted to you for the life of my daughter. Time for me to go, Kir Kanos. The Baron's a good man, Tab Kanende. I believe you will prosper in his service. Thank you. You know, Kanos, if you ever require my assistance, you have but to say the word. I know. It's time to save
Wow.
It seems to be the time for farewells, Miris. What? No, Kanos, please stay. We could be good for each other. I could resign my commission. We could go somewhere far away. Miris, I'm sorry. But we both know that your heart still belongs to New Republic, and my allegiance is still to the Emperor.
Damn.
Now, hold on. There's still one more. And this one, let me just load up the pages.
Poe the Lages.
What?
I said Poe the Lages. It didn't make any sense.
The pages, pages. Load the pages.
Yeah.
Now, this one was done during a Dark Horse Extras, which was treated like a newspaper thing. Kinnick's kill. I'm seeing that you got your man. More trouble than he's worth. His bounty will barely cover expenses. Do you have anything bigger, more bigger bounty, eh? Well, there's still the most biggest reward for Kir Kanos, the former guard. No. I see by the face you're giving me that I'm aiming not so, and that you are aiming not so high. So they give him another one to meet up with, and but as soon as he was sent off, but nothing. Just do as you were paid, and leave Kinnick's and kill to me. So basically, yeah, the guy basically reveals, I know you're Kir Kanos. Who is it? It's Massimo.
Of course.
Turns out when he was escaping, he was barely able to survive, but lost a large chunk of himself.
Apparently.
But yeah, I don't want the bounty on your head. I want your head on a pike. But then when he gets in close, he's saying, I have no bounty. You think that makes a difference? It's one thing they'll come after Kir Kanos. He's a wanted man with a heavy price on his head. But to betray your commanding officer, well, you said it yourself, Massimo. This isn't about money. This is about honor. Weird artwork, but a good, satisfying wrap-up, of that loose end.
Okay, yeah.
So, how was that one?
That one I liked a lot better. A lot better than Dark Empire.
Well, yeah, but how would it compare to the first mini?
Dude, this one, it kind of, I don't know, man. It kind of gave me like Mandalorian vibes a little bit. Kind of gave me Western. I almost got a Western vibe, space Western.
I think it helped that it didn't have anything to do. It didn't have anything to do. It wasn't all about Kanos.
No, it was pretty political. Like I felt it was kind of modern Star Wars. In a lot of ways, to be honest. A little bit of Andor, it felt like. So I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yep, and I think it makes sense because really, how else would the council supposed to be taken down? You can't. It would be ridiculous that it would be done by one man.
Yeah. But I mean, it
And
was
and Kanos is not the type of guy to manipulate things like that.
no, and Palpatine didn't do it completely by himself either.
Yep, and that's all to be honest. His big plan, way too. I'm sorry. That wasn't going. His plan wasn't going to work, especially when the Black Sun was able to figure out he was Kanos already.
Right. Well, it was a bit ambitious, yes.
It was ambitious, but it was too long term.
I really kind of dug the other hut plot.
Yeah, Grappa.
Yeah, I really dug that.
But he was an idiot. Let's be honest.
True.
At first, you thought,
he got it in the end, and that's satisfying. That
he definitely
screwed
got
so
it
many
in the
people
end.
over and made so many bad decisions, and it came back and bit him. And
I told you it would.
The clones.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah. No, that was just.
And what did you say about Nominor? What did you think about him?
He was easy to not like. So they did a good job writing a villain.
And we see about it.
You know what I mean?
Through this action, he has devastated the Empire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably. Is this canon?
Yes. This is canon with the Legends.
Okay, canon with Legends. Cool. Well, see, then in that.
Like I said, all this was about
the downfall of the Empire.
Yeah. Well, this weakened it. Now, eventually, the Empire would eventually be forced to make a peace accord, and that would be during the Hand of Thrawn duology.
Right. Which is next, right?
Well, no, that never got a comic adaptation.
Oh no, I just meant the Thrawn series.
Chronologically, but still, though, and what did you think? But yeah, there was just so much to like about it. But the one problem I have though is still. It's just so much to assume about why Sin just gave up her vendetta. There is so much to just assume.
It was just they were trying to close it up,
but my only assumption is that she realized it, but they don't make that clear though. That's my one problem.
No.
And I'm sorry, also she is not as much of a badass here as she was in the first one.
No, they ladied her up more.
Quite a bit, especially ending with her kissing him and all that.
Yeah, they ladied her up more. They did the same thing with Leia and Jedi. It's almost like you have to follow that format. Because I mean, they even did it in the prequels when you think about it with Padme.
That's true. Now, originally, this would have led to a confrontation in the original version for Crimson Empire 3 would have been Kanos versus Luke, because he was the last one in this hit list. But way too much time took off between it, and eventually we would get a completely different story by the end. But that will be we'll get on the next one as we cover Crimson Empire 3, wrapping this all up.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was another one. All right, cool.
There's one more. We'll see you guys then.